My name is Noel Williams. I'm the Technical Fellow for Marine Corps Strategy, Policy, and Force Development. I've been here 19 years. I really, a lot of it had to do with the culture in the field. I had been a Marine and retired. I was working at a Marine Corps think tank, and I was contacted from someone I had worked with at the Pentagon and said, SPA is looking for someone like you. I went and interviewed, and everyone I talked to, it just felt like the right place. It just felt good. It felt like there was sort of a cause-oriented environment where, like in the Marine Corps, it was to service, and here it was doing good work and doing the right thing for the nation, for defense. So it just felt like a natural fit, and so that's what brought me to SPA. In and of itself, it's a very long and descriptive thing, but what it really means is what about the future of the Marine Corps? What do we need to do to meet the challenges of the future environment? And so it's really about the future, looking at the doctrine, the concepts, the capabilities, the organizational design of the organization, and how do we help the Marine Corps make the best decisions for its future. That's really what it's about. I think the one that's most topical and probably the most well-known right now is the Force Design 2030 that Commandant Berger had introduced back in 2019. Of course, an extension of the previous Commandant's work as well. But that has been a large organizational and force design effort. And SPA has been helpful in working in that area. So I think it's rather all-encompassing. It includes concepts, it includes how we do things, but it also includes the capabilities, like new technologies like loitering munitions and unmanned systems are a couple of the big efforts that we've been involved in. What I would like to do for internal to SPA is to, not only help the Marines. I'm the Marine Technical Fellow, but I would like to, anyone that's involved in, concepts, organizational design, force development, future technologies, I'd like to hear from them. It would be great if, I expanded the aperture, or we expanded the aperture a little bit. And I was able to help them in any of those things. The Air Force is similarly positioned and asking about how to do force design. I was recently just talking to some people on the Air Force staff about that, and they like what the Marine Corps has done, so I think there's some transferability there. So, of course, that's the external piece. But internally, happy to help beyond the Marine Corps as well. And the key is to help SPA, help the services work and get the future correct. I jokingly say it's a lifestyle. So I think that means that both vocationally and avocationally, you should really enjoy it. To do it right, you have to be pretty connected and read. You have to read a lot. I mean, software changes, weekly maybe, but daily or by the minute, it seems that policy and strategy can change on a dime. Given the invasion of a country or something, there's things that happen all the time that change the dynamics that you need to be involved in. So it is. I think reading's important, study's important. If you're a lifelong learner, I think that this is a good choice. And also if you like working change, I think, because it's all about, nothing's static, so it's moving forward. If you like working and helping an organization think about itself, problem solve, and move into the future, I think that this is a great area to be in. So I think in making a career at SPA and hopefully staying at SPA, I think it's important to, I mean, we do important work. I think that's probably the most important thing, that we do things that make a difference. And the consequences of getting the things wrong that I was just talking about as a fellow helping the Marine Corps with the future is fairly momentous. I mean, getting that wrong could mean, a battle loss or lives lost. So it's a meaningful, extremely meaningful and impactful and important line of work. As long as we keep doing good work, and I'm sure we will, I think that's, as I've been at this for a while, I can look back and think that maybe a small accomplishment, but a small accomplishment in an important area. And that I feel good about that. And I go back to what I said about joining SPA. The folks that I interviewed with when I got here were young. Some of them were younger than I, but had been here for 10 years or 5 years. And it was just, that was really one of the things that stuck with me as opposed to some of the other places I talked to. It was very, long-term folks, and that spoke to me that there was a lot of satisfaction in the job and in the environment. And as I said earlier, the culture and the environment is really a huge part of the satisfaction that I feel coming to work every day. I think that the Marine Corps has some important continuing challenges, obviously, and I think implementation of the force design that I had mentioned earlier is something that's going to take decades, or at least a decade, and I think that we have been working that from the ground floor, and I think that we have a lot to offer going forward. So. It is about getting the concepts and doctrine right. It's also about buying the right equipment, getting the right technology, and those are the types of decisions SPA can certainly help with. Weapons, engagement, technical capabilities, command and control capabilities, all those sorts of things are essential. And I think that we have a role to play in helping make those decisions the right ones.